లేకపోతే వాళ్ళకి వాళ్ళుగా రావడానికి కొంచెం లాస్ట్ వీక్ వీళ్ళు వచ్చారు కదా, తెలుగు వాళ్ళు వచ్చారు ఇక్కడ యాక్చువల్గా.
So let us begin the
జూమ్ లో అయినా పెట్టారా మీరు?
yeah. Hare Krishna, Naman.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Haribol.
Haribol.
How are you doing, Prabhu?
15 minutes.
Okay.
Oh, so we can start with that.
Yeah. Thank you for joining, Naman.
Yeah, Prabhu, I might be at the temple, but for some time. So
In some time you will be in the temple. Okay.
Yeah.
Good.
And also for some time only.
Yeah. I understand. Yeah. Thanks for making it. Okay, so let us start with the Kirtan. 1 second. Sharing the screen. So, Naman, are you able to see the screen?
Yes, Prabhu. Yeah, I can see.
And how about now? Are you able to see?
Yes.
Introduction. Om Ajnanatim.
Om Ajnanatim.
Great. Okay. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari. Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari. Yashodanandana Brajajana Ranjana Yamuna Tiravanachari. 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 Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari. Jaya Radha Yashodanandana Brajajana Ranjana Yamuna Tiravanachari. Yashodanandana Brajajana Ranjana Yamuna Tiravanachari. Yashodanandana Brajajana Ranjana Yamuna नतीरा वनचारी जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी हरे कृष्णा हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम हरे राम राम हरे 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 कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम राम हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम जय किशोर किशोरी जय किशोर किशोरी जय किशोर किशोरी जय किशोर किशोरी किशोर किशोरी जय किशोर किशोरी जय जगन्नाथ जगन्नाथ बलदेवा जय सुभद्रा महारानी जगन्नाथ जगन्नाथ जय गौरन्विता 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 जय गौरन्विता जय गौरा हरिबो हरिबो जय गौरा हरिबो जय जय प्रभुपाद प्रभुपाद जय जय प्रभुपाद जय जय प्रभुपाद 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 जय जय प्रभुपाद 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 जय ओम विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिव्राजकाचार्य श्री स्तोत्र क्षेत्र श्री श्रीमदि डिवाइन ग्रेस अभय चरणारविंद भक्तिवेदांत स्वामी गुरुवंश प्रभुपाद की अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की नमाचार्य श्री हरिदास ठाकुर की प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर सभी गौर भक्त वृंद की श्री श्री राधा कृष्ण गो गोपीनाथ श्यामा कुंड राधा कुंड गिरि गोवर्धन की ब्रजभूमि वृंदावन धाम की मायापुर नवदीप धाम की पुरुषोत्तम क्षेत्र श्री जगन्नाथपुर धाम की गंगमाई की जय यमुना माई की जय भक्ति देवी की जय तुलसी महारानी की जय साम वेद भक्त वृंद की हरिनाम संकीर्तन यज्ञ की हरे कृष्ण महामंत्र की Nitai Gaur Sitanath Premanande, Hari Bol, all glories to assembled devotees, Hare Krishna, all glories to assembled devotees, Hare Krishna, all glories to assembled devotees, Hare Krishna, all glories to Shri Guru and Gauranga, Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. Hare Krishna, thank you so much for coming. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Ajnanatimirandhasya Gnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Sri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Gadamayam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yutapada Kamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sagana Raghunatanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam सावधूतं परिजनसहितं श्रीकृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधाकृष्णपादान् सहगना ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च हे कृष्णा करुणा सिन्धो दीनबन्धो जगत्पते गोपेशा गोपिकान्ता राधाकान्ता नमोऽस्तुते तप्तकाञ्चन गौराङ्गी राधे वृन्दावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपासिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। नमः ओं विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिनिति नामिने नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैता गदाधरा श्रीवासदि गौर भक्त वृंदा हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय। मुखं करोति वाचालं भंगुं लंगायते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे श्रीगुरुं दिनतारिणं चैतन्यमाधवं परमानन्दमीश्वरम्। So Hare Krishna to everybody. Welcome back to today's session. Thank you for joining. Okay, so today we are going to have happy Diwali to every one of you. First of all, that's true. Let's see. There is some serious issue. Last Sunday was my another laptop. That's where it was in. Okay, so this is today we are going to have Gita Amrita Bindu, session number 3, Introduction to Bhagavad Gita, process of understanding Bhagavad Gita and going back to Godhead. Okay, so let's see here. What's happening here? So you want to read?
In order to ensure the correct appreciation of this knowledge, Srila Prabhupada next clarifies the process of understanding Bhagavad Gita. A Vedic knowledge is fallible above all doubts and mistakes. Bhagavad Gita is the essence of all Vedic knowledge.
So, very clear, right? Vedic knowledge is infallible. What does that mean? Infallible?
No mistakes.
No mistakes, okay?
Infallible means, I don't know the meaning.
Yeah, in that sense, yeah, it is having no mistakes. There is no concoction. Everything is always true, right? In any yuga, you read this. In any timeline, you read this. This Bhagavad Gita will be always true, absolutely infallible, above all doubts and mistakes, right? And then Bhagavad Gita is the essence of all Vedic knowledge. So there is a vast body of knowledge, right? In the entire creation, Vedavyasa Mahamuni has given different levels, different knowledge. Okay. However, this is the essence of all the Vedic knowledge. Okay. So, indefeatable Vedic truths. Now you see, set of 8 books, Vedic mathematics. That's another book which is very important, and the people get that. That is India's glorious scientific tradition. Okay, there are a lot of authors who has given this. Plants have life. Okay, embryology, right? Cow dung and cow products. There's a lot of research going on. People in the early days, they were not convinced that, oh, you touch the stool of an animal. No, that's not good. But cow is the only animal, okay, whose cow dung, which is called a stool, or the cow urine, or anything product of cow is beneficial for us spiritually and health-wise, right? So there are a lot of truths in that sense. Anyway, so Vedic India, Ayurveda, then we see here so many things have come upon Vastu, organic farming, the Sanskrit language, Vedic art, astrology, cosmology, and many more. Okay, these are all coming from the single Veda ultimately, right? And then let's see here. Gautam Buddha. Okay, we know that he is the incarnation of the Supreme Lord, and he is trying to bring a great difference in the entire universe, right? He got in a lot of information, knowledge, etc. Gautam Buddha. Okay, Ahimsa Paramo Dharma. And then this is a Chanakya Pandit. Okay, again referred in the 12th canto. In those times, he is the most intelligent class of person who is still followed today, right? And he speaks a lot of truths, right? And then we see this personality, Ashoka Chakravarti. Okay, another great personality, again mentioned in the Bhagavatam. We see Jesus Christ, and he is mentioned in the Bhavishya Purana, actually. So such kind of person is going to come and do a lot of things. Everything is actually coming from the scriptures. That's what it implies. Oops, what happened? Something going wrong here. Okay, Muhammad Prophet. We know how he's a messenger of the Supreme Lord, and then he also propagated the God consciousness in the Bhavishya Purana. Again, he is mentioned. And in this way, we see a lot of things. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, okay, who also is mentioned. His information is also mentioned in the Vedic scriptures. So that is how we see that all the Vedic truths, everybody is coming and giving certain truths at different times, you see. So now let's try to see what is the Vedas. Okay. Now let's see here. Suresh Prabhu, you want to read?
Yeah. How can we transfer our thoughts from the material energy to the spiritual energy? There are so many literatures which fill our thoughts with the material energy. Newspapers, magazines, novels, etc. Our thinking, which is now observed in these literatures, must be transferred to the Vedic literatures. The great sages have written so many Vedic literatures, such as the Purana. The Puranas are not imaginative, they are historical literatures.
Right. Now, the moment we talk about the truths, the knowledge, etc., so here Prabhupada is trying to tell us there are two different levels of the same knowledge, one on the material platform, one on the spiritual platform, right? So then how can we transfer our thoughts, which are material in nature today, can be transformed into spiritual in nature tomorrow, right? So thought is a thought, but if it is materially motivated or is it spiritually motivated or inspired, right? So there are so many literatures which fill our thoughts with material energy, and we all know that list. And that's not limited to, there is a lot more in that whole list, right? So the point here is our thinking, which is now absorbed in these literatures, must be transferred to the Vedic literatures. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Happy Diwali to both of you as well. Nice to see you here. Hare Krishna. So, as we said, that there are different levels of thoughts, material thoughts and the spiritual thoughts. In the same way, the knowledge, material knowledge and the spiritual knowledge, right? Originally, the knowledge is one, but later it got diversified. For example, just take a simple example of electricity. Electricity can produce a heater, the heat, okay, and electricity can also give an air conditioning or a refrigerator. One is cold enough, one is hot enough, but sourced by what? Same electricity, right? All engineers here, right? Engineers know everything, yeah, inside and outside, masters, scientists, right? So we have everybody here, right? So we know that, but the source is one. Now the product can be many. So the actual knowledge is one. However, today we are in the material realm. We are only looking things to the material vision, not the spiritual vision. Now, how can we transfer our thoughts from the material energy to the spiritual energy? So the great sages like Vyasa Mahamuni, okay, who has written these Vedic literatures and the Puranas. Now, I just want to just a little bit of highlight here a couple of things. Now, there is only one Veda in the beginning, one single Veda, right? And Veda Vyasa Mahamuni later thought, okay, these guys in the Kali Yuga, they eat lots of, what is that called? Aloo chips, okay, potato chips, but there is no memory chips in the brain, okay, they can't remember much. So there is a very important need to write this into documentation, right? We all read something, if not, we cannot remember, at least we make a note of it, correct? So he said then, okay, there's one big Veda, they went to 4 Vedas. And then he said, no, this is not going to be sufficient for the Kali Yugites. It's not going to be possible, because one Veda may contain 4 lakhs of verses, then what to speak about 4 Vedas? And when will we learn? It's all in pure Sanskrit. Very tough to understand what is the truth, the reality, the knowledge. Then he said, okay, let us try to do something with the Upanishads. They gave he gave 108 Upanishads. Upanishads, again, the subsets of the Vedic scriptures, okay, but then still that is a kind of statements, affirmations, aphorisms, etc., etc. Not easy for an ordinary person to understand. Oh, general public, what they will understand with this? Let's do something. He then divided into Puranas, 18 Puranas. How many? 18 Puranas he divided, and full of pastimes and stories of different things happening. The guidebook for the people in this world, in one sense, right? Now, what are they?
Sattvic,
Uh-huh.
Tamasic, Rajasic.
Rajasic, right? Mode of goodness, mode of passion, mode of ignorance. Now, when we talk about these 3 things, mode of goodness, passion, and ignorance, what is the difference now? What happens if a person is in the mode of ignorance?
He don't knows what he's doing. He's totally doing anything with unconsciousness.
Unconsciousness, no. I got your point. So they just do based on the impulses of the emotion.
Yeah.
They don't think and do it. That's what you mean.
Yeah.
Right? Very good point. Anything else? What do the people do in the mode of ignorance? Any thoughts?
Sense gratification.
Yeah, that is there with everybody.
Yeah,
There's
yeah.
another problem. So people in the mode of ignorance, generally in Sanskrit, it is called Paradukha Sukhi. What is that? Paradukha Sukhi.
To see someone in misery makes
Ah.
that person happy.
Ah.
What does it mean?
What does it mean? A person who is undergoing a problem and he will feel happy.
Okay.
Good that he met with an accident and lost one leg.
Yeah.
I wish he would have died. ऐसे भी रहते हैं ना? People are like this. There are people who are envious,
Jealous people.
jealous, revenging mood, and etc. Have you seen such people? Right? So that is in the mode of ignorance.
How is it related to ignorance?
Related to?
Ignorance. They'll feel happy if someone is unhappy.
No empathy, no understanding. No
Yeah, in the
economic
mode
love.
of ignorance, he is ignorant of the real identity. Who is he? You see, a very good question, right? And ignorant of the true knowledge. We are not this body. We are spirit soul. Okay, so ultimately he has forgotten everything. He's just thinking, oh, he is my enemy. He is my enemy. But the biggest enemies are sitting in our own heart, which is anger, lust, greed, etc., etc. Right? So they are actually troublemakers. But we see the people as troublemakers. But actually, it is not the people who are the troublemakers. It is the situation which is created for our own trouble, because I created trouble to somebody else some time ago. It's just an instrument, that's all. You see what I'm saying? Mobile is just an instrument. If somebody is shouting on me in a phone, is this phone not good?
Very good.
Yeah, this has no defect. The person who is speaking is angry on me or shouting on me. It is a problem with the person and me, the relation problem, but not the instrument.
People bang the phone, right? Sometimes
Yeah.
Okay.
Right? That is ignorance. You understand?
Yeah.
The mode of ignorance. Paradukha Sukhi. Somebody is dying. I like it. I love it. Okay.
Sukhi.
Then now there is a second set of people who are in the mode of paradukha. I'm sorry. People in the mode of ignorance are more lazy. Okay, they just don't want to do things on time. Always late. Okay, procrastinating. Okay,
Into anger.
anger, and they are eating meat. Okay, again, I remember your question. Okay, hold on to your question. Okay, and because the more one is involved in all kinds of negative activities like boozing, cheating, gambling, etc., etc., they all actually this anger, the area is all about this ignorance, right? Ignorant, right? Mode of ignorance. Now, there are some set of people who are born with mode of ignorance and they are happy with that mode of ignorance. You see what I'm saying? So, in that sense, what is happening now is, neither they are happy nor they are keeping anybody happy. Correct? The people in the mode of ignorance, they're not always happy. Hey, you got a good car. Oh my God, I am disturbed. Arey bhai, he got a good car. Why am I disturbed? He got a big bank balance. Why am I disturbed? What is doesn't mean to me? Nothing to me. It is his own account. He has his own account. No, I did not get. How can he get it? Right? So, in the mode of ignorance, the people, what they generally do is, whether they get benefit or not, you should not see you get the benefit. That's the nature. Now you're getting the point? Whether I get the benefit or not, that's okay. I don't get a promotion, that's okay for me. You getting a promotion, I don't like it. I have to do something. Create a great problem. Okay? So anyway, so whether he's not worried about his profit, he's more worried about others' property, others' profits. He just want the damage. Okay. Now let's see. Am I making sense? Everybody, have you seen such people around us? Okay, if not ourselves, not so. Okay. Now, mode of, sorry.
As you said, the mode of ignorance, but is it possible someone is having mixed modes? Like
No, I'm coming. You just jumped ahead. Okay, I'm coming there. Now, people in the mode of passion, they're passionate. I should get a name. I should do something and show to the world. I am such a qualified fellow. I am such an intelligent person. You see, I am the center of everything now. Okay, very strongly rooted there. Okay, I can help you if I'm going to get help from you, absolutely. I can kill you if that is what is going to benefit me. Ultimately, it is my benefit. Okay. I like to kill you. I like to protect you. Only the term is I should get something out of it. Yeah, very ambitious. Okay, mode of passion. They are having a lot of lusty desires. Okay, their lust is to become something. They want this one, if they want that one, blah blah blah. Okay, so that's where their whole focus is. They are not concerned about somebody else is feeling sad about me or bad about me. You know, that's okay. If I benefited, that's all. Okay, so many things happens like that. So mode of passion. Now, mode of goodness. Those people are actually they are. Very sweet at their heart in one sense, right? They are para dukkha dukhi, right? If somebody has got an accident and lost a leg, for example, recently, oh my Lord, what is this happened? In what sense I can help this guy? You know, let me go forward and do some help. You know, rather other person was saying, yaar, if it would have died, that would have been much easier, much happier situation. Then they will celebrate Diwali. Okay, that's all. That is mode of ignorant there, this is more of goodness. Now, the point here is the Puranas, okay, are especially meant for the human beings, right? And specifically now, out of 18 Puranas, they are categorized into 3. Okay, that means 6 Puranas who are meant for those people who are in the mode of ignorance. There are 6 Puranas who are especially meant for those people who are in the mode of passion, and other 6 Puranas who are which is meant for people in the mode of goodness. Now, why is this bifurcation? What does that Vedic literature is trying to do? For example, in the mode of ignorance, people wanted to eat meat. They want to drink. Now, probably I'll answer your question eventually. Now, what happens is there are some people who are used to, okay, because maybe they're born in that family where they're all meat eaters, or they have such association of friends who are all meat eaters, so he's inspired to do, or is naturally wanting to kill animals and eat. That's how he likes it. Somehow he likes that. Okay. So now the more we go and tell that person, please don't do that, this is going to be a sinful activity, you are the one who is going to suffer, you are the going to get punished. Is it really true? Okay, maybe, may not be. They are telling, I don't want to follow. I just want to eat meat. I like chicken. I like turkey. I like this. I like that. That's all. Their mind is blocked now. Why? They're not trying to see the truth. Even if sometimes truth is told, they tend to ignore it because of ignorance. For example, in India, the cigarette packet has what? Cigarette smoking is injurious to health. Everybody knows that. But everybody is.
No, photos also.
Huh?
Now they are putting photos also.
Photos also, huh?
Photos of cancer or something.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah,
Little progress on government side then. What about the people on this side?
That's higher mode of
Huh?
consciousness.
They put a very bad picture. That you know.
Oh.
That you
Still people smoke.
Ah.
Higher mode of unconsciousness.
Ah.
Yeah, I knew it was that.
Like the cancer picture?
Yeah, they put the like, yeah. They
Yeah,
put
that's
the-
the thing. Yeah.
Okay, so now the thing is, person who is smoking, he knows this is gonna happen, but he cannot leave it because he is controlled by the senses, unfortunately. He may think, I had my friend in my engineering who used to say, hey, today I'm drunk, I can drive the car nicely, more perfectly, I can ride my bike perfectly. Hey, please sit. I said, thank you so much, sir. I can't trust you and your drinking situation. Please leave me alone. Better I go in an auto or in any other bus, but I'll never be with you today now. He said, why? You should have confidence. I'm your roommate. Thank you so much, my dear sir. I'm not going to do that. Okay. And unfortunately, it so happened, the guy who was so strongly saying, he met with an accident, a strong accident. Okay. He was fully drunken and he was always confident that I'll drive this very nicely. Unfortunately, hit a woman along with a child. 2 people at a time. They fell apart. 2 people fell apart and he fell down. Mother died on the spot. And the child is small. She was in coma at the time. And later, she came out of it. But how the life is. Now, where are they coming from? They attended the funeral of her husband the child's father for some reason, and they were coming back to their town after 15 days or so, and this fellow drunken hit them. He's in the hospital, he's still away. And now it so happened that that fellow, I don't know what to speak about that person. He did not learn a lesson from that. Again, he started. He hit another family in Hyderabad. I know that. And he's again in the hospital. And the friends were also frustrated with that fellow. At least you should have some buddhi. Buddhi means some knowledge, intelligence. What nonsense is this? You are always hitting some people. They're all dying. And, he's also put into jails for some time. He did not complete his engineering, unfortunately. Now, I don't know what is he doing. Okay. Now, all I'm saying is, the speed is thrilling, right? Sometimes the government boards are there. Okay, but it kills. Speed is thrilling, but it kills. Unfortunately, people don't know that, right? But then everyone who is born in this world is part and parcel of Krishna. Okay, they're all children of Krishna. And the Lord has some purpose for that children. Oh, my dear child is struggling and suffering in this way, and he is hitting somebody else. So many things. Then I have to bring him from out of that mode of ignorance. So those are 6 set of Puranas which are meant for those people. If they strictly follow that, eventually, gradually, they will overcome that mode of ignorance and come to the platform of passion. And when then they follow that, eventually they'll come to the platform of good mode of goodness. However, from the 18 Puranas, okay, Srimad Bhagavatam, you see there, Srimad Bhagavatam is a treasure house of cultural knowledge that promises to fill the present needs of humanity for peace, friendship, and prosperity with a common cause. You see, Srimad Bhagavatam is such a special scripture which elevates one person not only in the mode of goodness, but above the mode of goodness, pure goodness. Okay, and that's not a mode, it's a state. It's a pure goodness state. There are 3 modes: mode of ignorance, mode of passion, mode of goodness, right? But these 3 things are also going to bind a person and struggle, okay, in one sense or the other. So ultimately come to the platform of pure goodness. And that is facilitated by Srimad Bhagavatam. You see, that's how we transform our thoughts properly. Lord Vishnu gives knowledge to Lord Brahma. You see? So where is he? From the navel of the Supreme Lord, Lord Brahma appeared in a flower. So there is no need of a union between a man and a woman to beget a child for Lord Vishnu. He's just a thought. He's just a vision. He is sufficient to beget children. You see? And then the first child and the first human being in this entire creation is Lord Brahma. And every universe has a different sizes, different Brahmas. In our universe, our Brahma is a great devotee of Lord Krishna, and he has 4 heads, okay, with full of knowledge. That's how it is, right? Now let's see the next one here. Who want to read? Prajwal, you want to read?
The forgetful living entities or conditioned souls have forgotten their relationship with the Supreme Lord, and they are engrossed in thinking of material activities. Just to transfer their thinking power to the spiritual sky, Krishna Vyasa has given a great number of Vedic literatures.
Thank you. Next.
But she divided the Vedas into 4. Then he explained them in the Puranas. And for rest of the people, he wrote the Mahabharata. In the Mahabharata, they is given the Bhagavad Gita. Then all Vedic literature will summarize in the Vedanta, Sutra, and for future guidance, he gave a natural commentation on the Vedanta Sutra called Srimad Bhagavatam.
So the verse above is very interesting. Maya mugdha jivera nahi swatah Krishna gnana jivera kripaya kaila Krishna Veda Purana. Means what? Maya mugdha jivera. The jiva, the living entity, is illusioned by Maya, mugdha. Mugdha means illusioned by the energy of Maya. Maya Mugdha Jiva Nahi Swata Krishna Gnana. Nahi means he do not have naturally the knowledge of Krishna and his relationship with Krishna. You see, we are all in relation with Krishna, whether it's American, African, European, Indian, whoever it is, not only what to speak about only the earthly planetary system, the Swarga Loka, it is Indra, Chandra, Surya, or any great personalities, Navagrahas, or this or that, anything, everybody is in relation with Krishna. Everybody. Nobody is spared out of anything. Okay, even the grass, the plants, the bees, the reptiles, the micro to macro organisms, everybody is in relation with Krishna. But the Jiva, because everybody is a Jiva, the living entity, Maya Mugdha Jiva, Nahi Swata Krishna Gnana. They have completely forgotten their original source of their existence. You see? And then he's saying, Jivere Kripaya Kaila Krishna Veda Purana. Because to show the mercy on these conditioned souls, the Lord, okay, what did he do? He gave us this Vedas and Puranas. Now, the first paragraph talks about the forgetfulness. We have completely forgotten what is our relation with Krishna. It is just a reviving. It's not that we are establishing a new relationship. When a boy and a girl come together and get married, it's a new relationship established, right? When a child takes birth in a family, the child has a new father, new mother, a relationship established there, right? So in every lifetime, I have one set of mother and father. In every lifetime. If I am a dog, I have a dog mother and dog father. If I'm a deer, I'm a deer father and a deer mother. Agree? In any body, I have a mother and father, right? And they are changing always. But there is only one eternal father and the mother. That is Krishna, whom we have completely forgotten. Because we have forgotten, we don't know who are we, and we don't know who we belong to actually, right? So now think about it. The forgetful living entities of conditioned souls have forgotten their relationship with the Supreme Lord, and they're engrossed in thinking of material activities. People do not even have a clue that, oh, do I? At least when I was not in Krishna consciousness, I used to go to the temples, right? Because my parents used to take me, whether it is Lord Shiva or Vishnu or whatever the temples. But, it was a shocking surprise to me for the first time when I said, oh, you belong to Krishna. Somebody told me, oh my God. If somebody says, oh, great, wow, what do you need? Wow, what a wonderful billionaire, the first billionaire, the best millionaire, whatever. And I'm in relation to them and I can go and walk into their house. Wow. The owner of, Tesla, the owner of, any other big company. Wow, is it? How happy we'll be. And I was equally surprised and happy and surprised. Is it? Do I belong to Krishna? Yes, everybody, not only you. Mamevamsho jiva loke jiva bhutaha sanatanaha manaha shistani indriyani prakriti sthani karshite. Right? Krishna is telling in the Bhagavad Gita, 15th chapter, 7th verse. Mamevamsho jiva loke. Mama evamsho. Krishna is telling all the living entities are my part and parcels. You see? But today we have forgotten. You see? How far we have gone. Right? And then he's saying, he is engrossed in thinking of material activities only because he has no clue of other activities, just to transfer their thinking power to the spiritual sky, because we belong to the spiritual sky. We don't belong to this place. Somebody was asking the Lord, why did you give death to everybody? He says, oh, my dear child, this is a temporary world, but you think this is a permanent world despite I give you death. The moment you get a death, at least you should think, why am I dying? Oh, I'm getting another body. Why should I get another body? Again and again, another body. What is this? Is there a permanent body to us? Did anybody got that question? No, I am trying to help you guys with these Puranas. Inquisitiveness, right? Knowledge. That's where we are getting. Just to transfer their thinking power to the spiritual sky. Krishna Dvaipayana Vyasa has given a great number of Vedic literature. The term is very important. Krishna Dvaipayana Vyasa. The Vyasa Mahamuni today, whom we know, we worship here in this particular kalpa, is none other than Krishna himself. The moment Krishna finds oh, there is nobody as good qualified as Lord Brahma, Krishna himself will become Brahma. Oh, there is no Indra, qualified Indra to take care of all these things. He himself, Lord Krishna, will expand himself as Indra. In a similar way, he himself has become Vyasa. Okay, though there is a different personality called Vyasa. Vyasa is a position. Brahma is a position. Indra is a position, right? Indra means what? King of heaven, right? Brahma is what? He is the creator of this world. That's a position, right? He is a president, he is a prime minister, it's a position. So they are the position. If somebody is not qualified when this world has been created, the Lord himself takes that role for the time being. And oh, I found Naman is good at this one. You become Lord Brahma. Oh, you are good. You become Indra. You become Chandra. He can give us. The only thing is we got to get qualified. That's a different thing. What is that? We are not trying to discuss. That's out of scope of our discussion. Don't ask me questions. Okay. Now let's go to the next paragraph here.
But why do you call Trimurti?
Trimurtis, because those three personalities are taking care of certain things. What is that? Lord Brahma being the secondary creator, not the primary creator. Okay, people only know that he's a creator. Yes, he is a creator, but he's a secondary creator. Okay, now second is Vishnu, who is a maintainer, the protector, Janardhana. Okay, at the right time he will give the birth, at the right time he will take the birth. I mean, he will give the death. Okay, so he is the personality there. Of course, Lord Shiva is the ultimate destroyer of everything. Because Srushti, Sthiti, Laya, there are three things. Srushti means the creation, Sthiti means the maintenance, Laya means the destruction. And he has specifically designed these things and given these three departments to these three personalities. So Trimurtis in that sense. Make sense?
So when Kalki will come and will fight everyone, and at the same time, Shiv Shankar will destroy.
No, he will not do at that time. Kalki Bhagavan is going to appear at the end of the Kali Yuga. At that time, he's going to kill all those miscreants who are absolutely not abiding with the God consciousness. Okay, he is going to come in a white horse with a big talwar. What is that? Sword. And then he's going to chop off the people there. Okay, people may think ruthlessly. No, those people are already ruthlessly killing so many people. Actually, the devotees who want to worship the Lord, they dig underneath the tunnels and they safely are protected there. That's all. They just can't even go out and speak Krishna or Rama. So much of dreadful time is going to come. But after that phase, Satyuga will begin. So it's not destruction time. Huh? Yes, again the same cycle begins. Satyuga, then Dwapar Yuga, Treta Yuga, and Kali Yuga. Satyuga, Dwapar Yuga, Treta Yuga, and Kali Yuga.
So when will come the destruction?
How many people got this question?
Not in our generation, maybe not for us.
What is not in generation?
Kali won't come in.
Kalki.
No, I think it's about 10,000 years from now.
No.
That's the close of it.
Exactly.
Okay, Ghor Kali Yuga is going to come. Is actually the Ghor Kali Yuga going on right now, but we are specially protected by Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's divine intervention happened in this. So that much is not happening. And this Krishna consciousness will be there for next 10,000 years. After that, only Ghora Kali Yuga. And it will go for 4,27,000 years. 5,000 is already gone. The span of Kali Yuga is 4,32,000 years. 432,000 years. Okay, 5,000 gone. So 427,000 years left. Only 10,000 years is a golden period. We are all fortunate to be in the golden period. Okay, and after that, if we continue to remain here, ruthlessly we will be killed again and again. That's how it's going to happen. Okay. Anyway, so you got the answer right. So Lord Shiva is not going to come at this moment of time. Okay.
Satyuga.
You're intelligent enough. Okay. So Satyuga, Dwapar Yuga, Treta Yuga, and Kali Yuga.
So
that's a general thing.
Yuga shuffle in the next.
That's a general way. Satyuga, Dwa. Dwa means two. Tra means three. So naturally, this should be the sequence. But these two got shuffled because of a great devotee called Gautama Muni. There's a whole story. Next week we will continue. Okay. So I should be doing marketing rather, I guess. I'm just joking. Anyways, because we will definitely discuss if we get time, no doubt about it. Okay. So now here, first he divided the Vedas into 4. That's what we just now discussed, right? And then he explained them in the Puranas. Okay. In a Puranas, he explained in a very easily understandable story kind of things, which has actually happened, right? And then for the less capable people, even those people who can't understand the Puranas, then he gave what? Mahabharata. And at least a person like me, Mahabharata is too confusing. Too many characters in it. Too many things happening. Oh, is it? Now, when I read this for less capable people, wrote Mahabharata, oh my God. Then if that is for the less kind of people, what to speak about the higher things? That means it will not even penetrate into this little useless brain, I guess, right?
Also, a lot of Rajagun and Tamagun.
Rajogun, Tamogun. All gunas are there. What can be done? Okay. So here in the Mahabharata, there is given something very, very important, which is called Bhagavad Gita, right? Then here said, then all the Vedic literatures is summarized in this Bhagavad Gita. Krishna Dvaipayana Vyasa thought, okay, these guys, I don't think even these people are going to read Mahabharata. Go to the kids. Don't consider here American kids who are Indian based, right? Go to India and talk to Indian students. Do you know who is Bhima? They'll say, probably the son of Ramachandra. There are people who have answered variety answers. Bhima and Lord Rama, what is the connection there? Nothing in that sense, right? Bhima is from Mahabharata, Rama is from Ramayana. And this child is telling Bhima could be the son of Lord Rama. Something, and all variety things goes on. They don't know, right? So Vyasa Mahamuni knew that because he knows the future. Okay. Hardly we know our future, right? We don't know. Okay, but anyways. So all the Vedic literature is summarized in the Vedanta Sutras. Then he gave the Vedanta Sutras, which is again beyond our head. Okay, finally, all the information he clubbed into things and gave Bhagavad Gita. Sorry? Yes, that is coming, but in a Bhagavad Gita, okay, which is how many chapters? 18. How many verses? 700. Be very clear. There are certain Bhagavad Gitas which has 699. There are certain Bhagavad Gitas which are having 643 and etc. Okay, how is it? Don't ask me. I have not read that, but there are. Okay, at least I know one of those things. Okay, so anyways, going back to the point here, Bhagavad Gita as it is coming as it is. So we are protected in that sense. Anyways, now Srimad Bhagavatam is just a higher step than Bhagavad Gita. Okay, Prabhupada tells us that this is a very natural commentary, okay, on the Vedanta Sutras. The people who can't understand the Vedanta Sutra doesn't matter. Take this one Purana, Srimad Bhagavatam. Now, many people might be confused. Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam, confusing. What is this and what is the difference between them? Bhagavad Gita is spoken by Lord Krishna himself. Srimad Bhagavatam is about Krishna and his pure devotees and avatars. Yes, perfectly. Right. His avatars, right? So, his pure devotees and etc. It's a best practice book, I would say. Okay, best practice. If you go to any company, we have best practices, whether it is IT company or a pharma company, or I don't know about UX development, is there any like that? Okay, but something, right? So there is a best practices. So Srimad Bhagavatam is the best practices. Okay, how we should do at this particular moment of time. What am I supposed to do? What am I not supposed to do? Etc. Anyway, so here the story which we have already discussed, I guess. There we see that Lord Krishna is giving all the Vedic scriptures to whom? Lord Brahma on the top here. And in the below, Vyasa Mahamuni asked this little boy, Lord Ganesha, to write these scriptures. Everybody knows the story, right? Yes, we discussed last time.
Mahabharata.
So, yeah, Mahabharata and other Puranas as well. Yeah, he has written those scriptures because Vyasa Mahamuni thought he is old enough to sit and write. Oh my God, so let me see who's a little boy who's having siddhi and buddhi, very intelligent, very smart. Oh, this boy, come on, my dear son, come on. And I say, yes, sir, what can I do for you? hey, you got to help me to write the Vedic scriptures. Ting! I thought, oh my God, Vedic scriptures is too vast and thing. Should I really write it? Shall I say no? Okay, if I say no, my father and mother will feel bad about it. He displeased a sage. And naturally, I don't know if he's like a Durvasa Muni, then he'll give a Shrapa also. Curses, let me be careful. Then he said, my dear sir, actually, I know, so many things he put. And then finally said, I can write, but the moment you stop, I will stop. Okay, you have to continuously tell me. Then I'll continuously write. I'm expert in writing. Okay, handwriting courses he did, I guess. Okay, cursive writing or whatever. Okay, then Vyasa Mahamuni is the Krishna himself. So he's a great sage, much intelligent than a small boy. He said, okay, whatever you are writing, understand it, assimilate, understand, and then write. He said, what? That's all I want. That's all. I said, okay. But then that's what it goes. He has to assimilate it, understand it. Then he has to write it with realization. That's where the point here is. Okay. That's where in the Srimad Bhagavatam we have one verse. What is that? What is that? Narayanam namaskritya naram chaiva narottamam devim saraswatim vyasam tato jayamudiraet. Many times people ask, Srimad Bhagavatam is written by Vedavyasa Mahamuni. In that verse, why Devim Saraswatim Vyasam? Why is he writing his own name? Actually, that means, that verse, that shloka means, we should take the blessings from Saraswati Devi, Lord Narayana, Naranarayana, etc., great personalities, including Vyasa. If Vyasa Mahamuni is writing, why would he write Vyasa for himself? Self-dabba. Is that something happening? No. That was written by Lord Ganesha. Because what did he say? Assimilate, understand, and write. Then he said, oh, okay. We should definitely pray to Vyasa also. But Vyasa did not write that. Okay. So just to let you know. Anyway. So let's go forward here. Okay. Now, let me see. Yes, who did not read? Mataji, would you like to read? Able to see? That's okay. Naman. Who? It is literally writing is Ganesha. Yeah, Bhagavatam. But the original speaker is Veda Vyasa. Okay. Yeah. Please go ahead.
Always engage
He's dictating and
yeah, he's dictating and he's writing. Right. Yeah.
we must always engage our minds in reading this Vedic literature, just as materialists engage their minds in reading newspapers, magazines, and so many materialistic literatures. We must transfer our reading to these literatures which are given to us by Vasudeva. In that way, it will be possible for us to remember the Supreme Lord every time of death. That is the only way suggested by the Lord, and He guarantees the result. There is no doubt.
Now, one may be wondering, we must always engage our minds in reading these Vedic literature. Why? Any thoughts? Why should we read? I have more things to read, man. I'm doing a PhD, I'm doing MS, I'm doing this, right? Why? Why should we engage?
there's no distraction.
There's no distraction in what?
Vedic literature.
So we always
Okay.
keep on remembering signs about God.
Okay.
God.
Okay.
This is to sharpen our intelligence.
Sharpen our intelligence. What? Okay. What are your thoughts?
The subconscious, right?
That is the goal of life. Wow, very good. Yes. Anything. There is nothing right and wrong. You can throw anything.
Maybe try to build
Free to do anything.
That is the goal after death.
There is a goal after death. Any thoughts?
It will be connected.
Getting
we
reconnected.
can develop God consciousness more and more.
God consciousness. Yes. Why you are following Mauna Vrata today? Diwali day. Not a Mauna Vrata day. You can speak.
good listeners.
Ah, very intelligent. Yes. A good listener is a right speaker also. Okay. No, I don't know of course. Okay. So now the point here is the mind is always engaged in one thing or the other. Agreed? Okay. I'll tell you a joke. COVID, the biggest problem what has happened is fight between wife and husband increased. People say. Okay. The experience says because generally when they had a fight, they don't want to see each other. They put their faces differently and go to the offices. For 10 hours, they will be in the office. The person, he don't want to see his wife's face. He will spend another 2-3 hours extra there. and then come home. By the time she is tired and she's sleepy, no fight anyway. So safe, protected in that way. But that protection has gone away in COVID because everybody has to work and they work from home. So mind is more engaged. You see, last birthday, you did not give me that. Why don't you give me a diamond necklace? Oh my God. Unnecessarily, I'm sitting here. She is getting some thoughts, watching TV, too many things. A lot of things. That means the mind is always engaged. I'm just bringing a point. Now, anyway, mind will be engaged, correct? Right way or a wrong way? What is the result? If a mind is engaged in a right way, what happens? In a wrong way, what happens? Good things happens when we engage in a wrong way. Maybe for some people. Yeah. Sorry.
When used in the good way, mind becomes mind.
Mind is a reflection of our nature, actually, right? What is our true nature is what our mind starts thinking about it. If I'm a cheater, okay, my mind is engrossed in what are the ways and means to cheat. Okay, the desires which are there, that the nature which we have, that's what is being reflected through the mind, and then the speech, and then everything else. So today, if you see, there are a lot of psychiatrists who are visiting another psychiatrist. Right? Wrong. You don't know? Okay. There is a research did. Okay. Majority of the people are going to the psychiatrists. Okay. And then 50% of those doctors are again going to another psychiatrist. So because they are too much overwhelmed with all these mentally, emotionally typical circumstances, situations, right? And dealing things are not easy because mind is so restless. Have you ever seen mind is restless? You feel sometimes, right? Too many things on our head, assignments, homework, work pressure. Huh? Yes, a lot of things are there. Mind is not resting, and people go to yoga to control the mind, but yoga teacher may control us, but not the mind. Mind is a powerful tool which is impossible to control. Chanchalam hi mana Krishna pramathi balavadrudam. Okay. So Arjuna is telling, oh Krishna, what are you talking, man? No, not in that sense. Okay. Oh my dear Lord, what are you talking? Mind is restless. I cannot control my mind. Please help me. Okay. Balavadrudam. Okay, he's saying it is so powerful, 6.34 words. Okay, so he's saying, instead of that, for me, controlling the air is easier. Krishna is telling, asamshayam mahabaho mano durnigraham chalam. Abhyasena tu kaunteya vairagyena cha gruhyati. He's telling that I understand, my dear Arjuna, it is very tough to control the mind because mind which is uncontrolled is the destiny for the death. I'll give you a simple example. It came in the newspaper back in India. Okay, there were twin sisters, okay, who are grown up around 10 to 12 years or whatever age, 10, 12 years between. Okay, and their parents wanted to go for a marriage ceremony. Okay, and what they did is, okay, they told you are a little bit grown up. Okay, we are going now. We'll be back in another 2 hours or 3 hours. You maintain properly, you watch TV, you eat whatever, we have everything is there. Now, the mother has prepared all the food stuff, what they want. One has a different taste, though they are twins. One has a different taste than others, and mother has sufficiently prepared all the items what is needed. Now, what happened is, after 3 hours, okay, they returned back and saw both the twins committed suicide and hanged till death. What happened? What is this story all about? So confusing. Investigation started. So it seems that they had one TV at home. One sister wanted X channel. The other sister wanted Y channel to see. And that's the rift and the fight. Finally, they end up killing themselves. Is that the age to kill? That, they couldn't, because both were hanged. So they hanged each other, or what has happened, probably they committed suicide. Generally the post-mortem seems that it is suicide only, because they were so morose. They quarreled a lot. What is the thing is, they quarreled a lot. Mind was completely restless. They were saying, I will die if you don't change the channel. Say, go, I will still see you die. It is good that you die. I don't like you as a sister. Die. Then she started hanging, another person hanging. I don't know. Things can't come fully out, but that's how it is. Now, mind, is that a mind? What are we trying to do with that mind? These fights happens even somebody is master's degree or PhD or any highest to highest position, right? Even those people also have a mind restlessness, right? Nobody has understood how to put that control. So we must engage our minds in reading the Vedic literatures, because that teaches us how to control the mind, how to keep it in a right way, how to tame it, how to make it a friend. Otherwise, the mind is a friend as well as an enemy. Bhagavad Gita is teaching. So the materialist is too much engrossed in reading the books. I'll give you one more example. Have you heard about Dale Carnegie? Dale Carnegie?
was a very nice industrialist.
Carnegie, okay.
Yeah,
Some people, this also, I don't know. Sorry?
I'm not sure. Was the author or a
Yes,
big,
author.
Big industrialist? Because there are two brothers. I think.
Oh, yeah. I got your point. Yeah, I'm talking about the author. Okay, who wrote the book? Stop Worrying and something. I have read a couple of books of him. Okay, Stop Worrying and Start Living.
Yeah, no,
One
lot
of
of
the
good
books.
books. How to win and influence people.
Yeah, something. Okay. Now, this great personality, he has written so many points, especially depression, how to overcome depression, how to overcome loneliness. People used to read, they say, bestseller books in those days. You know what happened to him? Ultimately, one day, on the 42nd floor of the building, he jumped himself and committed suicide. What is that? What is that behind it? Actually, when he was interviewed before, he said he is the most depressed fellow. He experimented a lot of methods to make himself happy. And some of things have worked out sometimes, but not all times. And then when he was discussing with a lot of people, they said we should have something, a good book like that. And he has written these books. But these Vedic scriptures are not like that. Vedavyasa Mahamuni did not committed any suicide. He's a self-realized soul. All right? We follow such people who are pakka, right? And he's an expansion of Lord Krishna, end of the day, right? No, just as materialistic engage their minds in reading newspapers, etc., one should transfer their thought process and see things, reading the scriptures and see through that things, right? For example, we all know driving car, for example, but none of us know how to repair. And my car stuck up. I open the bonnet, I open the trunk, I open so many things. But because I don't know, what can I do? I can hit with a hammer or this or that. It starts. Otherwise, he'll call the mechanic. Mechanic is also seeing the same car. What I am seeing with my eyes, he's also seeing. But is he only looking through eyes? He's looking through the knowledge and intelligence, right? Then he will say, no, the problem is not this. This is the problem. Okay, your alternative is gone, sir. You have not changed for the last 10 years. It cost around $2,000. Pay the bill, I'll replace it. Okay. So the same car, okay, eyes, vision is the same externally, but the thought, the understanding is different for the mechanic. Same thing from Bhagavad Gita when we see, if I can understand this Bhagavad Gita very nicely, I can talk to anybody in this world, okay, and I can figure it out what kind of persons these people around me. Is he in the mode of passion? Is he in the mode of ignorance, goodness? And as you said, I was asking that mixture. We're all in the mixture sometimes. Okay. Sometimes the mode of passion abrupts predominant in us, sometimes mode of ignorance, sometimes mode of goodness. These are all playing, competition. I will win the game, I will win the game. That's all. And we are giving chance to those things because our mind is absorbed only in the materialistic thing. These three modes of nature is impacting us only as long as we are on the material platform. The moment we go to the spiritual platform, these things will not impact. If you see the married people divorce cases, are they more in today's world or 50 years ago or 100 years ago? When are they more? Today's. How about you, Mataji, from your background, from your countryside?
Same thing.
Same thing, right? In those days, people never had any divorce. They used to tolerate. They used to adjust things. They used to say, that's okay. God has given this gift, that's all. God has given me, you be in this body, I have to remain in this body as long as the God wanted me to stay here. God has given me a wife, I have to accept it. God given me a husband, I have to accept it. I have given me a child, I have to accept it. There is no abortions in those days as well. It was never illegal. It was, people used to, even in America, people used to run towards Mexico or some other places, and then they get aborted and then come back because the punishment was heavy. But today they wanted to legalize abortion, because killing a child is also killing a child. How can a mother and father ruthlessly want to kill their own child? That is what it is, right? People may argue, oh, child did not come at all. So, no, the life is already there. If there is any element which has a life, means it is growing, correct? The fetus is growing, right? The doctors will show the heartbeat when the child is in the womb, right? Is there anybody who is trying to join or no? I just want to. You see what I'm saying, right? So many things have changed. From the beginning itself, Prabhu.
No,
The scriptures. Yeah. That arguments could be there.
So,
okay. From the beginning itself, because the living entity has already entered. The only the matter is somebody is tailoring this dress, that's all. Just because he is tailoring the dress or a shirt doesn't mean that I am lifeless at that time. Only after putting it, then I have become life. No, I am already a living entity. And a dress has been tailored and I am wearing it. Simple. So the soul has already entered the womb of the mother through the father's semen. That's all. That's done. The dress is being created. The industry of Lord Brahma is so remotely working. We can't even understand. Fathom it, okay? Lord Brahma is in the Brahma Loka, but the industry is running here in the womb of a mother. He's putting eyes, he's putting nose, everything perfectly, Do we do anything? Apart from the union of a wife and husband, what else are they doing? Is mother creating anything? Is father capable of doing anything? Both of them can't do it. The only thing they could do is union. That's all. Apart from that, everything is manifested by Lord Brahma's industry. So remotely he is doing so wonderful. Engineer, he's an expert engineer. We talk about our engineering knowledge and everything. Sophisticated technology is already there, but everything has gone down. Today we discover and I get an MO. I'm the inventor of a bulb. I'm an inventor of telephone. I'm an inventor of this and that. Oh, my dear friend, everything was already there in place. Okay. Only thing is we are now discovering only. Anyway, so coming back to the point, in that way, it will be possible for us to remember the Supreme Lord at the time of death. Now, one may question, why should we really think about God at the time of death? There's another question one may still ask, right? So the point here is, we do not belong to this world, right? At least we people can say we do not belong to America, we belong to India. Okay, at least we say that, right? But actually, none of us belong to this material world at all. As per Bhagavad Gita, we all belong to Krishna Loka. We are all children of Krishna. Our original mother and father are Krishna and Radha Rani there. But we left our original home and came all the way here struggling. And he's saying, okay, you want to become an engineer, become engineer. You want to become a manager, you become a manager. You want to become a damager, become a damager. That's up to you. Become whatever you want to become and enjoy and suffer. Simple. Logic. That's all the logic. But when you are tired of taking birth again and again, you're tired of enjoyments, tired of punishments, tired of all this risk, one day please turn to me. I will then reveal you. Otherwise, you're not going to listen to me.
He was Srila Prabhupada, right? I'm not sure where, but in one of his lectures, he said that we all living in peace. We want to enjoy, but we don't know how.
How? Yes, we don't know how.
and also, when we don't remember, how we go back.
Exactly. That's where the scriptures are given. That's where personalities like Srila Prabhupada comes. Shankaracharya or any acharyas, why are they coming? They are being sent by the Lord because to answer your question. I have forgotten, right? Sir, I have forgotten. I don't know. Don't worry. I am the Father. I am sending you these people. Srila Prabhupada. Okay. Ramanujacharya, Madhvacharya. Just take their association. I am giving these Vedic scriptures. Read them, not the other things. Today's newspaper is tomorrow's waste paper. But that Bhagavatam or Bhagavad Gita is never a waste paper. It's a perfect paper for all times, for all things, right? Now here, Srimad Bhagavatam, 7th canto, 6th chapter, 1st verse, the meaning here. One who is sufficiently intelligent should practice the activities of devotional service from the tender age of childhood. Kaumaram acharet pragnat. Verse is said in Bhagavatam. Prahlad Maharaj at a 5-year age, he's telling one should pick up these books, scriptural books, from the age of 5. Of course, we are not saying you should not study your UX development. Okay, if you want to become an expert, please go ahead. You want to become an IT, you want to become some engineer, doctor, lawyer, please go ahead. But please add one more book, which is the original knowledge which everybody needs it. Where is that course? Prabhupada said, everybody, this whole technology is there in America. Where is that university who teaches about the soul? Even Bible accepts soul. Muhammad Prophet, there also the soul is accepted. Everywhere the soul is accepted. But where is the university which is teaching about the soul, which is our original, the real identity? This identity is a temporary identity. For temporary identity, you are putting so much of life. Today I was asking one of the students, how much of money you are spending for your MS? Sir, I'm spending around 45 lakhs. Oh my God, 45 lakhs of rupees. We are ready to spend 45 lakhs of rupees. And this Bhagavad Gita is nothing in that sense. It's invaluable actually, right? Please pick it up and please read it. That's what Prabhupada is telling. Prahlad Maharaj is telling to his demonic friends, right? Anyways, let's see next here.
You're just a chapter, right? Prabhu, that Keshava Swami says. Yes, so Bhagwan Keshava Swami from
Europe.
He says very nicely that we are just we are just a chapter.
Very interestingly.
Very interesting.
Just a
Very
chapter.
We do not know the whole book.
Yeah.
So we cannot judge a lot of things.
Exactly.
But we are so engrossed that we just think about it.
We are the book.
But we are just a flesh and eternity.
Even then we are just a book.
What if some student, he tells his dad that I want to buy a post degree and get the money, like whatever, 30 lakhs, 40 lakhs, and he just buy one Bhagavad Gita with that money.
Okay. Let him do it. What's the problem?
No, like he would get most like his dad, how he would react.
No, I didn't get your.
No, it's like he said his dad that I want to buy a degree course. It's like falsely. And he just buy a Bhagavad Gita with that whole money.
Okay. So he's benefited, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Even in that case, he is
Get
still.
mad.
Yeah. That's okay.
Yeah.
After all, a Bhagavad Gita doesn't cost much in relative to that way, right? But it is invaluable anyway. So here is a very wonderful slides here, okay, which is talking about how do we gain this knowledge? What is the best way? Okay, there are so many ways. One is the most important thing is the Shabda Praman. Shabda Praman means hearing from a bona fide authority. Okay, do not hear from any other sources. Just hear from the bona fide authority. Okay, we don't see it with our eyes. Okay, we see it through ears. We hear things nicely, clearly, and then we see through that, right? So hear it from a bona fide authority. Okay, so hearing from a bona fide authority is as good as seeing the truth, right? Now, when we are driving, for example, Google Maps is saying, take a left turn, okay, in the next thing, and then we take it. And those things appear also, right? All right, next 300 feet, you have to take a left turn and there is a road going to the left side as well, right? So things should be clear, right? So anyway, so point here is Srimad Bhagavad Gita, 4th chapter, 2nd verse talks about Evam Parampara Praptam Imam Rajarshayo Viduhu Sakale Nehamahata Yogo Nashtaha Parantapa. That's what the verse is. Now, Evam Parampara Praptam, you attain this knowledge, you gain this knowledge through the disciplic succession, authorized, bona fide spiritual masters only. Otherwise, if you start opening your YouTube and start hearing about Bhagavad Gita, there are thousands of people who are going to speak about Bhagavad Gita. Some are bona fide, some are non-bona fide, some are unscrupulous people. Some people are something. I'll tell you an example. In Kerala, there is a news came. Actually, there was one person who was caught up, okay, selling Bhagavad Gitas and Ramayans. Okay. The cover page is absolutely like this. And inside it is Bible.
Yeah.
You seen that? There you go. Right? And not just that, if it was only Bible, still it is good because it's a bona fide scripture end of the day. They are mixing certain things. What is that? Oh, you know, Hanuman is a monkey only. He is not. You know, these people vultures. You know, God sleeps on a, what is that? The snake. All varieties of things. People started, is this what Bhagavad Gita has? They started assuming that is the truth. And then gradually they deviated from the actual path. You know, there are so many unscrupulous people. Right? So one should understand, actually these scriptures, even the Bible, it has been changed. The 10 commandments, the first one says, thou shalt not kill. But people have moderated, adjusted things. What did they write?
Thou shalt not murder.
Thou shalt not murder. What is this? What is the difference between murder and killing? Murder means killing a person only. Killing means any living entity. Right? Lord Jesus gave that, thou shalt not kill. Don't kill anybody. Then people started asking, why are you eating meat? Bible said you are a Christian man. Why are you eating? No, the Bible actually it is a second version has come, third version has come. They changed it. Murder. We don't eat people. We can eat animals. They don't have life. Something they could up again later. No, that's not the truth. Srila Prabhupada was said, Prabhupada, there are so many people who are cheating us. How do we understand who is the right thing? He said, first of all, you like getting cheated, so they are cheating you. What? It totally turned around. You wanted to get cheated, so they are cheating. It's not their fault, it is your fault. What? Surprising answer. Then he explained, if you really want the truth, hear this bona fide parampara coming from. Hear this, and then it may not be practical to me. I may not like certain things. Right? For example, no meat eating. Probably I'm a strong meat eater. That's okay. That is my conditioning. But let me know what is the truth. That person is benefited actually. But you people are saying I should not eat meat. Then why should I come even here? I don't know. You're telling I can eat anything, sir? Yeah, you can eat anything. Okay, that's a very good thing. Then he wanted to cheat and I'm getting cheated. You see? Anybody who speaks truth to us is the real well-wisher. Prabhupada said absolute truth. Those days hippies were there. Okay, hippies were eating, doing everything, whatever they want to do. But Prabhupada's association, they stopped all those things. They know the truth, the potency of the truth, right? Now, here is an example. You go to a chemistry lab, for example, and you find a glass of lemon juice. Okay, you go to a chemistry lab and find a lemon juice. It appears like a lemon juice to you. There are two pieces of lemons, okay, squeezed on the table. Okay, now it's lunchtime. Let's take example. It's lunchtime and you are very thirsty. You want to drink it. Okay, but something within you tells you, let's check this lab assistant. Is this really a what is that? Lemon juice. It's just an example I'm giving. Prabhupada gave this example. I don't know how to mess it up. I'm reading as it is. Okay. And here it is said, then he says, don't even touch it. If you touch it, tongue will get whole. And do we know that? In reality, the actual lemon, okay, how is it? Then you say, let me complete this. Then you say, thank God, I didn't take it. It appears like a lemon juice. And I see two lemons besides this. Then he says, no, I just took my lunch beside acidic. The point here is certain things look like certain things. But in reality, it may not look like. An acid is an acid. It may look like a lemon juice. If I simply drink it, what happens? Whole. It will burn, right? So, our senses sometimes, whatever we see, may not be the reality. Sometimes we infer certain things. Sometimes that is also not reality. Right? So, Shabda Brahma or Shabda Praman is something which is very perfect at all point of time. How can a child know about his father? He goes and asks his mother. Simple. No, we will check your genes and tell you who is your father in this world. Started. That's also a way. But how long? You have to test all the men in this world to match his genes. Is that way you want to go? Please go ahead. Whole life will be over, but you may not find your father. But simple way is, okay. Okay, here it is said, genetic fingerprint takes 800 years to identify a lot of 200 men, one of whom is likely to be your father. Okay. This is the medical science talking about. Now let's see. Inductive knowledge. Probably that person is your father, likely to be your father. But
yeah, they gave like this 90%
close match.
80%,
You see?
90%.
But there is no perfectly thing. But who can tell perfectly? Is there any other method? Who told about our father? All of us know. Just ask your mother and know who your father is. No, you don't need of wasting that entire time, right? Genetically finding out, matching. Why? Just ask mother and you will know who is the father. So Vedas are like mother. Okay. God, Krishna, is the supreme father. So when I approach mother, oh my dear mother, tell me who is my father. Mother will reveal, oh, this person is your uncle, your father's brother, but this person is your father, right? Veda Mata is the mother. When we approach the mother, she will reveal us who is the real father, who is the supreme fathers. Vedas can give us general knowledge, God knowledge, not just general knowledge. GK immediately general knowledge, right? So God knowledge, not only general knowledge.
However, are not as well known for presenting historical and scientific knowledge as they are for expounding subtle sciences, such as the power of mantras. We all recognize the power of sound itself by its effects, which can be quite dramatic. Here, a high-pitched frequency shatters a drinking glass. So, we can easily understand that loud sounds can produce substantial reactions. It is commonly believed that mantras can carry hidden power, which can in turn produce profound effects. The ancient Vedic literatures are full of descriptions of weapons being called by mantra. For example, many weapons were invoked by mantra during the epic Kurukshetra war, wherein the Bhagavad Gita itself was spoken. The ancient deployment of Brahmastra weapons, equivalent to modern-day nuclear weapons, are described throughout the Vedic literatures. Additionally, mantras carry hidden spiritual power, which can produce significant benefits when chanted properly. Indeed, the Vedas themselves are sound vibrations in literary form and carry a profound message.
There you go. So that's where we are supposed to hear from the Vedic bona fide parampara. Okay. So the Vedic process of learning. Okay, I'll just complete another couple of 1-2 slides and then we'll stop and I'll take the questions. There is 340 only. You see, this is an authorized college, right? You all belong to some authorized college or university, right? That's a parampara, in that sense, sampradaya. Okay, that university, okay, if a college says anyone can join our college, okay, even if you are just 12th pass or even fail, how do you consider that university as? Anybody can join, that's okay. Just pay your fees. We'll start thinking about it, right? Oh, is it really a bona fide one or what? He's taking anyone and everyone. Even somebody is failed also, that's okay. That's okay. I'll make you a doctor. Oh, that's great. I'm so happy. I'm failed, but I can become a doctor. Even if you fail in your exam, I'll give you a degree. Oh, wow, this is so wonderful. That's not the way it goes, right? So we should actually understand that we have to accept what is recognized by the government there, right? The institutes generally, right? In the same way, the Shastra itself tells what are the bona fide process. You see, what are the bona fide methods to get the things. Okay. Now, professors, one who has heard from his guru. Now, what is the need for you all people to come and do your studies here? Everything is in English. You could have sat in India, wrote there only, correspondence. But then that's not the way. You see, one has heard from his guru. Even at the university professor, he has attended a university college, undergone exams, and he's trained how to train others. And that's how he's training, right? And that's how we are learning. And it continues. Why only into that? In any space of education, that is what we are following it. Then that's the authorized books. Vedic text like Bhagavad Gita is the authorized books, just like IIT or DPAL have their own syllabus books, right? Your syllabus textbooks are recommended, right? Just go and read these books. These are the primary subjects, right? And then you can get the supplementary whatever. But that is something important. So Vedic scriptures are authorized books and Bhagavad Gita is an authorized text, which we should understand, right? So advanced knowledge in the Vedas, okay. There are a lot of things. Advanced knowledge of the Vedas. This is Vimana Shastra. What does the Vimana means? Flights, spacecrafts. People are going to the moon today. Okay. Those days with the mantra power they used to go. Narada Muni is always going. You see? He can go anywhere and everywhere. No visa stamping.
He's traveling from 14 lokas.
14 lokas and Vaikuntha. Beyond this.
This like exact
This Shastra?
to read and
Oh yeah, it is there. Some people have to take into things.
University of California at Irvine, April 2017.
Then I'll stop it here.
Aerospace engineer Travis Taylor has obtained a model of an aircraft whose design specifications are based solely on information gleaned from ancient Indian texts that are believed to have been formally set to writing in 500 BC. He is going to subject it to wind tunnel analysis to determine if it is a viable flying machine. The aircraft model, created using details garnered from the ancient Indian texts, has proven to be flight-worthy. Is it possible that by studying the ancient Indian texts, we may be able to recreate advanced technology that existed thousands of years ago in India? Ancient astronaut theorists suggest that the texts may also contain details for advanced spacecraft.
Sorry?
We don't need Elon Musk, we need the leaders.
There you go. That is Vimana Shastra. That great scientist Taylor has gone through the scriptures, Indian Vedic science, and then made a model there. There you go. All the science is coming. Shastra. Shastra means science. Khagola Shastra, geography. What is that? Rasayana Shastra, chemistry. Okay, and etc. So Ganita Shastra, mathematics, everything is coming from the Vedic scriptures. So knowledge is very important, right? So let's gather information only or the true knowledge. Here is the true knowledge, not just the information. So I will stop here and we can continue from our next week. So I'll open up for any questions, comments.
yeah, you're talking about the mixed mode of the nature.
Uh-huh.
So how do we understand our mixed mode and try to improve? Like
Either we understand what is the mixed mode or we don't understand. Okay, the most important thing is we should get out of these modes, effects, influence of that. Now, one time one was asked, actually, Prabhupada asked this question. A person in a jail, in a prison, okay, he was asked a choice. Would you like to be bound by an iron chains, silver chain, or a golden chain? What do you want? And what was the answer? Sorry?
No chains.
Yeah, that is the intelligent answer, right? I think silver chain is okay. No, I think the golden chain is good. I have some privilege having a golden chain and I am put in the jail. Hey, Baba, just get out of this jail. That is the best thing. The three modes of nature, whether whichever is dominating in us, okay? Whichever is dominating today, and it keeps changing, okay? Changing its colors, just like the weather. Let's not worry about it, okay? Take Krishna conscious seriously and go beyond these things, transcending the things. We go beyond. For example, there is a huge flood going on the earthly planetary system, but those people who are on the flight, who are above, they are not affected by this. Train journey is affected, bus journey is affected easily, right? The people in the flight, that doesn't really matter. Earthquake has come. When I was in flight, will that affect? It doesn't affect me, right? Earthquake happened on the ground in my hometown still, but it doesn't affect me because I am already at a very higher attitude than in contact with us. So three modes of nature are controlling us as long as we are having material mindset. That's where we are told, change your thoughts to a spiritual thoughts than material thoughts. Okay. You elevate yourself, transcend yourself beyond three modes. And that we are going to discuss in detail when we open up the Bhagavad Gita. Okay. So probably next week I will complete this. Half of the slides are done. Next half I will complete in the next week. And I will start chapter-wise summary. I'm not going to go in detail in the Bhagavad Gita verse by verse. 700 verses, or it will take years to get. Okay. So all we are going to attempt here is we are trying to go into the chapter headlights. Okay. And chapter-wise, first chapter, second chapter, and that's how we will complete the 18 chapters. Okay. And then we can go with some question and answers. Again, it all depends on you. You are the people who getting this knowledge. You can stop me, and that's all. But that's the phase number one. Later we will see what to do. Any questions? Any other questions?
7 lectures ago, we had a very nice story. We tried to say it at the end, but then we left it for the other Sunday, and I will remind you that story.
Oh, what is that?
So the story was about a Mataji, maybe in Europe or somewhere, just reading books in a train, and then there was a rootless person. He threw her away.
Got it.
The story.
Got it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can continue the story.
Yeah, I can definitely. You had the question. You got the answer by now or no?
There is some ways how they
Give you the base?
Like there is a process.
Oh, okay. There is a process. Yes. So, as we said, right, there are 6 Puranas for the mode of ignorance people. In one of the Puranas, it is said that there are people who want to eat meat. They cannot stop, despite telling, because they are used to. We should not penalize somebody like that, right? They are used to, whatever be the reason. So that scripture tells that anybody who wanted to eat meat, okay, find out a very perfect day to eat meat. That is Amavasya. The midnight of Amavasya, no moon day. No moon, okay? It's all dark. So take a clean bath, okay, well dressed, okay? Go to a place to pick up a goat, okay? And take that goat to the Kalika temple, Mother Kali temple, right? Which is generally the Mother Kali's temple are outside the villages. Have you observed that? Not really now. If you go to Hyderabad now, whole villages are all become metropolitan cities, so it doesn't generally seems to be. So generally these Kali's temple are outside the village. Inside the village, they're built actually everywhere, Prabhu. Everywhere Mother Kali's temples are always outside the village.
If
Outskirts.
you've seen 70s or 90s movie,
Yes,
that's what they say in the
absolutely.
dialogue.
Yeah, exactly. It will be small.
Small temple.
Yes,
outside.
exactly. Yes. And in the city, what are the temples? Lord Rama, Lord Krishna, Lord Shiva, Ganesha, etc. Okay, they're all in the city. But when it comes to Kali, they are outside the city. Now, border. Why? The reason is now, this is the coming now. Now you'll get the reason. Now, the people who want to eat meat, they need to take their own goat to the Kali temple, which is outside the village. Okay, mid of the night, no moon day. Okay, now give as much food as needed for that goat, feed it so happily, bring it, take a knife, cut the throat, don't kill it, cut the throat only. Okay, what happens? Bleeding coming, and she is um, hitting itself, screaming with pain and bleeding, crying. All those things happens, right? Because it's not killed at once. It's a torture in that sense. Just a cut, and then it is suffering for death and life and death situation, right? At that time, the Purana gives a mantra, and that mantra has to be enchanted by looking into eye-to-eye contact with the goat. Goat is here, ruthlessly I cut the throat, okay? And then now I read the mantra in the witness of Mother Kali. And what is that process? Oh, my dear goat, this my tongue has been used to eat meat. Uncontrollable tongue. I'm not able to control. Today, in front of Mother Kali, Goddess Kali, I am ruthlessly killing you and giving you the permission that in the next lifetime, I will become goat, you become a man, and you kill me. And I'm agreeing for that killing. You are, and she is the witness before me. Okay. And that's how he will pray to Mother Kali and that goat, and takes he kills ruthlessly and prays that you please take a birth of a human being and I become a goat, and that's how it happens, and I will be ruthlessly killed, and that is the balance sheet is now zero. Because when we take a loan, we got to repay it, right? They're all doing that. We take a loan, we got to repay it. Otherwise, we are being punished much more than what it is, right? So now that goat will be screaming the whole night until it really gives up the body. After hearing so many times the screaming, the cry, the pain it is going, just think about if a married person is there, if this little child walking hit by something and something is happening, how hard it is, right? Oh my God, my child is crying, something has happened to my mother itself is started crying, right? Sometimes mothers also cry, end up crying, the father may cry, seeing the child bleeding, so strongly fainted. For example, the child fainted because of that, what is the situation of that mother and father? Completely bewildered, disturbed. They run through, they talk to the people, they go to the doctor, etc., right? Disturbing. Now that is exactly is happening. How many times Amavasya comes in a year or in a month? Once. In a year? 12. So a person is allowed to kill a goat 12 times in a year. Okay, every month, if I have to eat meat, I should only go and kill the cow. Sorry, kill the goat. Okay, and one should clean it, cook it, offer to Kali, and then eat it. Again, clean it fully. By the time the sun rises, you should be back home. That's all. So that why it is like that? Because nobody even should see through the eyes what is that torture happening. Because everybody is going to get the karma of that. Today, everybody is ruthlessly hanging everything. Okay, everybody is chopping off everything. So it is a very fearful situation. The sin is going to be very, very high. Okay, so the scripture says, okay, you don't want to, at least after a while, 12 months he has been killing himself and eating. Generally, I'll tell you one thing. I have my friend who is a meat eater, strong meat eater. And he is my roommate. Actually, there was a challenge happened when I was doing my engineering, long story short, people were challenging that, why are you not eating meat? They wanted to forcibly put into the mouth to make me taste. Then I will start eating. That's what their desire was. Okay. 10 different people were there and they have a very master plan. They wanted to do this conspiracy behind me, and then they wanted I didn't know anything. I was an innocent fellow. And when I ordered a vegetarian whatever, and they brought me chicken, I said, hey, this is not a vegetarian thing. Sir, your friend has changed the meal. This is what it is. There is no vegetarian in your thing, and I'm not going to eat. They catch hold of me and say, now we will put you into your mouth. You are a so-called Brahmana. You are proud of yourself, fellow. We are going to make you to eat meat today. And I was stuck up. These fellows are so heavy. I cannot use my energy. I'm a short fellow, I can't do anything much, but I can definitely think of something, Then what did I do? I said, okay, one challenge. You guys are really very passionate. Now I challenge you guys. Don't use this body. Intelligent. If you think you are born to a mother, intelligent mother, you are intelligent children, then I have an open challenge. He said, one fellow said, hey, this fellow is challenging her, because those people are very tall and fat and they felt challenged. Okay. And they said, I will take my roommate, okay, wherever I want, give me 5 minutes and I'll be back. If he's going to eat meat, you can put that meat into my mouth. If he's not going to eat meat, then you cannot touch me. Is that a challenge? Okay. You're not going to be forcing me physically. He said, are you an idiot? Your roommate is a meat eater. You are telling that if he eats, you will eat. He said, give me 5 minutes. That's all. Then they said, are you going to change his mind? Are you going to bribe him? Are you going to do it? I don't have any money. Take all my money. I'm not going to bribe anything. Just give me 5 minutes with him. That's all. They said, what is this fellow going to do? They like the challenge there, actually. Let us see what kind of challenge this fellow will put it. And then I took him directly into the kitchen of that restaurant. I asked the permission. I want to see where you are cutting the chicken. I want to see. He said, why do you want to see that, sir? It is very internal. We don't generally allow any customers there. I want it. I'll give you extra money pay. Okay. But I want to go. My friend said, why do you want me to take there? Just come. That's all. It's a challenge. 5 minutes only. I asked only 5 minutes, you come. And then I took him inside. And then the way they were killing the chickens and the goats, it was ruthlessly being killed. And then, they were crying and screaming inside a very lot. Okay. And then the bleeding. And my roommate has a big weakness. He can't see the blood. And if he sees the blood, he vomits. He cannot eat anything. And I know that weakness. Okay. I took him directly inside there, right? And then he was reeling. The mind was reeling. He runningly came out and said, I'm not eating anything. What to speak of veg or non-veg? He ran away from there. I said, my dear friends, thank you so much. Nobody can put anything on my mouth. That's all. You have lost the challenge. I have won the challenge. And they were surprised and shocked and said, what did you do? Now I'll tell you tomorrow. And I ran with them, with him only. With him. And that happened in India when I was doing my engineering. Anyway, so the point over here is to understand is majority of the people don't see killing is painful. So they eat meat because everything is coming readily. Not everybody who is eating meat is ruthless or heartlessness. No. There is one more friend who was just he's my colleague. I will tell you one more story, little story. And I took him into a chicken market. Okay. And that A1 chicken center or something like that, the way he was killing the chickens was putting its nose and twisting, and then some kind of a shout or scream was there, and then time. For the next 6 or 7 months, he never touched the meat. After that, I don't know what has happened. Okay. He said, I am not going to eat this chicken. He's ruthlessly crying. Is this the way we are killing? He has 2 little children. And he never want to touch. Because many of us don't see anything being killed before our eyes. We think just like a vegetable market, I go and buy chicken also is some other commodity. I eat and enjoy. That's all. What's big deal? So that's why we don't know. But there is a pain undergone there. And that is having a very strong negative inhibitions. I'll send you, if I find out, there is one Maharaj, Sachinandan Maharaj has created a wonderful video. The physical impacts and the mental impacts of eating meat. What happens? Because the kind of cells which are liberated at the fear of death, and when they are eaten, and the person who is eating will also undergo such kind of suffering, if not now or tomorrow or later. Sooner or later, he's going to suffer. Why? Why should we? God has given good vegetables and fruits. We can eat them. That's what God has given. Let's do it. Anyways, so that's what the point here is. Shastra is giving so much of information, and we can learn more going forward. So, 401, Prabhu. I think we should stop here. Okay. There is a meet.
Do like that, they'll start with the puja.
Rudra Puja. Black magic. They may consider it as a black magic.
If you go
But
right
all
hand,
the Kali temples are now almost the center of the city.
Yeah, they are merged into the city anyways.
Does Aghoris get the spiritual gain or no?
That's a different subject matter. Don't go over there. It's too much of complicated things are there.
As you said, right? Kali Mata's temple is outside of the village or the city area. So is there any specific reason? Or
Yeah, specific reason, because the people who are killing, that scripture says that you should offer it to Kali. She is the witnessing. Because Kali is Mother Durga or Mother Parvati. She's a superintendent of this material world. She is the one who is going to punish us correctly. So before her, you do it, whatever you are doing it. And because this is not a righteous act, it is a sinful act. Let nobody watch it. Nobody hear the scream of a goat dying. Nobody sees that. Because that's also sinful. That Bali is a different subject matter. That yes, that again, that I will go next week. We will discuss on that Bali. Okay.
2 minutes. There is a story.
Huh?
That is a temple in the center of the city. Chikam. It's called Chidambaram now. It's also called Finland. There, Mata Kali and Nagraja have a dance competition. So whoever loses will be. So Mata Kali loses because Finland Nagraja's earring falls on the floor. He picks it with his toe and he puts it back with his toes.
Wow.
So all carvings are there step by step. 99 Bharatanatyam dance poses are carved around the temple. And because of that, they built a humongous Kali temple at the border of Chidambaram. This is a story they say when you go there, the tourists can see.
Anyway, so a lot of things to learn. So let's complete this introduction next week. And then we will start with the Bhagavad Gita. And a lot of things will come, Prabhu. Okay. Please attend this regularly. That's my humble request to you. Because when I was at your age, I did not get this knowledge. I have simply wasted my time, my energies. Okay. So I got this very late, and age grows, things will not work. At a student age, if you decide to come, you can easily come. But after that, a family and a job and so many other things, even now, assignments are not easy, right? They take over your whole time. You know, in the middle of the night, you guys sit and do. Now think about what to speak about working here. You know, people are so head down, working so hard, you know, day and night. We have releases going on every 2 weeks or every 1 month. Whole nights people are awake and the teams are awake, you know, they're working. You know, we don't have the flexibility. Not many, but the younger we are, the lesser the responsibility. Try to gather this all information and the knowledge and try to understand what is the truth. And after knowing the truth, it's up to you people anyways. There is nobody is going to force us, right? There is no fees for this. Okay. There's nothing like that. No, there is no push, but please go through that. I was a strong atheist, and after reading this Bhagavad Gita only, I understood that I have been a very foolish fellow in the life. Okay, that is something which is important. So that's my humble request, but you know, I would say we should. Anything else?
We just wanted